Take a look at this graph. Interesting study that tracked judges as they decided on parole applications for prisoners. Now, on the right-hand side, you'll see the percent approval, and then the bottom represents the progression of cases during the day. This is a 2-year study, 1,000 cases, 8 judges, and this graph represents the exact pattern of decision-making for every single one of the judges every time. Now, what they discovered there, it may be dawning on you what they discovered there, is that if the prisoner's petition was slotted at the beginning of the day or right after the meal break, notice the vertical lines for the meal break, chances were pretty good. But if the prisoner's petition was slotted right before the meal break, chances were almost as if you weren't getting out of jail, pal. So if the judge is feeling fresh, prisoners get a fair hearing. But if the judge is feeling tired and hungry, prisoners get more time in prison. Now, I thought when I looked at this, I thought, can you imagine being the prisoner in the wrong slot and seeing this graph? I mean, for crying out loud, give that judge a cookie or a sandwich or something. I'm desperate here. Now, I'd like to thank the TED Committee for slotting me today. Right before lunch, right there at the base of the graph.
You know, at heart, I have always been a problem solver. I absolutely am fascinated about how things work and how to make things work better. How can we live better? How can we lead better?
Most wealth is created by us creating value and cooperating together. It's possible for both to win. For instance, when I go down to Costco and I break out $4.99 and I go get one of the most fantastic, perfect, and moist rotisserie chickens that you will ever see in your whole life, and I bring that up to the counter, I hand the clerk my $4.99. He takes it and says, "Thank you." And you know what? I take my chicken and I say, "Thank you." We both are thanking each other because we both win. You see, I wanted the chicken more than I wanted the $4.99. And Costco wants the $4.99 more than they want the chicken. So when we leave, he's better off, I'm better off. We both win.
No matter what you do, get wisdom. No, if you think about nothing else, get understanding. This is the key thing. This is the prime thing. You must have this because this is everything.
The way we see automatically influences our emotions, okay? So whenever we go through life, we run into a situation, we tell ourselves what is happening and how good or bad is it? We do this so fast with our brilliant minds that we never even know that we're doing it, but basically what comes out is our emotions. Fear, anger, joy, love, whatever comes out is actually a result of the way we see, meaning the way we ask and answer these two questions.
Useless fear is like a rubber snake boys use to scare their mothers. It looks harmful, but it isn't. Now, if useless fear is a rubber snake, useful fear is a rattlesnake. It looks harmful because it is harmful. The key is to identify rubber snakes and rattlesnakes, avoid the rattlesnakes, and not be rattled by the rubber snakes.
Why am I complacent? Why am I apathetic? Here's what it is. It's because you do not see the danger or you do not see the opportunity. The root of complacency, I teach this in my book, is about blindness. We do not see what's down the river. We do not see that we're about 150 yards above Niagara in our little canoe. And so we think we can float along. But let me just tell you, if you knew that's where you were, your complacency problem would be instantly solved. There would be no need for a motivational talk. All I'd have to do is give you a postcard. Hey, that's where you're going, all right? Hope you got a thick barrel, right? Seriously. And a lot of times we're trying to give people motivational talks. We're trying to break complacency, and we're hacking at the branches. For every 1,000 hacking at the branches of evil, there's one striking at the root. And the thing when it comes to trying to beat complacency, we hack at the branches. We try to work with our emotions and our motivations, not realizing that it's a perception problem. It's something at the root. My book, Automatic Influence, basically describes the root of perception and how perception automatically influences our emotions and motivations, which automatically influence our decisions and behaviors. And too many people are trying to change decisions and behaviors without addressing the deeper root, which is the emotions and motivations, without addressing the deeper root, which is the perceptions that drive them. In this case, complacency, a lack of motivation, is because we do not see the danger. Or we don't see the opportunity. Imagine if I told you, listen, yeah, Niagara's down there, but by the way, there's a $10,000 giveaway up there to the first canoe that gets to the dock, 100 yards up. You would be paddling furious. I mean, if you believed it, right, as a stupid sounding promise. But if you really believed it, would you need any motivation? No, you'd have it already. The complacency goes away, not because you dealt with your motivation, but you dealt with your perception. You see, which is why wisdom is always described as insight.
This program is about hope, but not some sort of everything will be easy kind of hope. We're talking about battle-tested hope, a hope that's been forged in the furnace of fear, failure, and frustration. A hope that's made of a tempered steel that's been fired and pounded and quenched and pounded again. We're talking about embracing the things that forge us for the fight until we become people who can take the blows, who always live to fight another day, who get up more than we fall. Life is an arena of adventure, and we're fighters in that arena who can take a punch and another, then slap our chest and shout, "Is that all you got?" And all the while, we're smiling. And that's what I mean by hope.